Yep, just chatting about the new single and trying to bring some brand awareness and all that good jazz, just get that hype up and
Yes,
hate
absolutely.
everybody.
Speaking of that, I didn't get a chance to copy down all of your links. Tell everybody where they can find you at. What social media you use?
All of my stuff is on any of the streaming platforms. You can also find it on SiriusXM The Highway. I'm on TikTok and the streaming platforms for live streaming. Where else? It's on I think it's on 30 or 30 or 40 different radio stations across the country. I'm trying to remember. I know I've had a bunch of people reach out, be like, I heard your song. I'm like, what station? They're like, I don't remember. I was like, okay, great. So, yeah, it's everywhere. Spotify, I think, is probably the best if you like streaming. If you don't, Apple Music and Amazon. And my music video from my last single is also on Amazon. So you can actually buy that, which is very interesting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Pretty cool. How's life?
Going good, going good. Really can't complain right now. Too much anyways. I wish I could get out and see more live shows and things, but
yeah,
it is what it is for right now, and hopefully we can start getting back into that more.
Are you in Nashville?
What's that?
Are you in Nashville?
No, I'm actually in Kansas City.
Oh.
I will be traveling to and from Nashville, hopefully soon, but haven't been able to yet. I've been busy with my day job, but hopefully the day job won't have to be going on for much longer, so we're moving in a better direction.
At least you have a day job.
Well, yeah, I'd rather be doing this full time though. So
for sure.
But so you talking about you got a couple of writers round scheduled when you're in Nashville. Anybody in particular you're going to be sitting down with?
I don't know, to be honest. I was just kind of thrown into the mix. My manager set it up for me. They're like, "Here, do this one." I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
So I have one on the 20th and then another one on the 21st or 22nd. Sorry. I want to say one's at Tin Roof, and I don't know where the other one is. But as soon as I find out,
yeah,
I'm posting it on my Instagram. It's such a weird time because I feel like everyone's still up in the air. So I'll get, they'll be like, "Well, we're not sure yet." I'm like, "Okay," and then they're like, "Well, we're still not sure." I'm like, "Okay, I'm coming next week."
Yeah.
Then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna do it." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Can I have the info? And they still haven't sent the info. So.
Yeah, I know how that goes. So, what are some of your inspirations behind your music? Who when you're younger make you really want to get into music?
I don't know. It was just kind of a thing. I guess my mom said I was singing since I was 2. She said I used to just walk around the house and sing and make up songs and melodies and stuff. So,
Energy, huh?
I guess it kind of came just from inside. It's kind of a weird thing. But yeah, it was kind of one of those things that was built into me, I guess.
What are some of the acts that you like to listen to now outside yourself?
What's that?
I said, what are some of the other artists that you like to listen to outside yourself now?
Let's see. It's so hard to say. People ask me who's my favorite singer, who's my favorite artist, or
I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna say who's your favorite. Just randomly, in no particular order. How about that?
Oh, I mean, I like the normal mainstream stuff. I'll pop on the radio, and if the song's good, it's usually by one of the main artists. you know, Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line, and Kelsey Ballerini, Carrie Underwood. Tell you what though, music's interesting because it's sometimes they'll have a really good song and be like, yes, this is great, and then they'll put out one that's like super crappy, but everyone seems to love it. I'm like, I don't like that song.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I mean, I like the mainstream artists and stuff like that, but then everybody, if you ask what your favorite song is by them, everybody will start listening to common ones that were played on the radio and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I don't even think that was in their top 10 best songs. I mean, if you listen to their music, I picked someone that was just on an album that they're like, I never even heard that song. That's because they didn't force feed it down your throat on the radio.
Right. Yeah. And it's just interesting because, you know, I get asked to play and like request so many songs that are like popular that they've been essentially shoved down your throat. And it's like, do you guys even listen to this song? Like, it's not good.
Yeah.
And then they're like, play this one, play this one. I'm like, God, I have to learn this thing.
Yeah. I was like, the lyrics don't even make sense to this song, and you guys love it.
The lyrics, the melody, like,
I personally like the songs that you could tell the person who wrote them gave a piece of themselves in the song, and like gives you that connection to the artist themselves.
Yeah. Or I mean, then if it's like completely random and off the wall, if like it's just a pop song, like
yeah,
if it's just like a straight up pop song, that's cool and like it's catchy,
yeah.
like that's great. But like if you're trying to put country, I don't know, if like they're trying too hard to make the pop country, I don't know, it's just
they're doing too much pop and leaving out the country. And yeah, I got you.
Yeah, like it has to be both. You have to have both or like none.
Yeah, I mean, to me, country music tells a story in itself. Basically,
yeah.
If you don't have the story in there, then you're just pop.
Yes. Wait till you hear my new song.
Oh yeah. And there's nothing against just the pop, but if you want, the country, I can't wait to hear the new song.
It's interesting because the envelopes are being pushed right now. And I don't think country is really a genre anymore. I think
it's really not.
It's like you have the old country western, which is still a genre. But if you just say country in general, you get like crazy into the spectrum.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
So my new one's going to be tying in some of that crazy ends of the spectrum.
And that's fine. I mean, some people have done very well with that. I mean, they've added some hip hop in with country music. Of course, they've done pop and stuff with country music. Even some of us added a rock and roll edge to it.
Oh yeah.
And if you do it the right way, you can still do it and make it sound great.
See, I wouldn't even consider like if this was like 10 years ago, the song I'm putting out is not country. But because of where this umbrella has still fit in somewhere in that new country bubble, which is really interesting to me because I'm like, no, this song's not country, but it still has a story.
Yeah.
So, and there's still like a few little twangs and stuff in there that are like, oh, okay, like I could hear this on a country station, but I could also hear this maybe at a club.
And you find that more and more these days, and it's not just with country, is
anything.
Pretty much everyone's doing cross genre stuff, and it's music is just really becoming just music instead of a specific brand. And I remember growing up in the 80s and 90s, and that's kind of considered the golden era of country music is 80s and 90s. But there's definitely a separation between the rock, R&B.
Right, there was definitely a cut, like
yes, you knew where the lines were.
Right,
people just would strictly listen to one genre of music. I mean, if someone was a rock and roll person and you played a country song, they'd go, "What's this crap?" And
yeah.
But I was never really like that. I just liked music, and then they started kind of mixing some of that stuff together, and some of it still kind of goes overboard for me, but it's definitely a new interesting twist on things. Keeps things a little fresher.
Well, and the thing is too, it's like for someone just breaking into it, and doesn't have that established fan base like, Miranda Lambert or one of the bigger name artists has, I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, well, what appeals to everyone?
Yeah.
How do I get everyone to listen to this? Because country is still, you still say country, even though the umbrella is massive. You still say, oh, it's country music. And they're like, I don't like country. I'm like, have you heard country? Like,
Yeah.
recently?
Yeah, they don't pay attention to it because it's called country.
Right.
And
You throw the word pop in there.
yeah,
You throw the word rock in there. Like, oh, okay, I'll take a listen to it.
yeah, you'll take or if you even just threw one of those songs in, didn't even label it, just threw one of them in the middle of a pop set, a DJ did, and they wouldn't even know the difference. They'd be like,
no,
"Oh, that's kind of cool," and it's something different than what they've been hearing,
right?
But it's close enough to where they're like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's important especially for people that don't have the big names, especially for you ladies. I mean, there's not a whole lot of ladies that get played on country radio to begin with. And
yeah,
I want to help you all change that. Really, I do.
It's definitely getting better, that's for sure.
It is. I'm a big fan of the song Suffragettes. And actually had SJ McDonald on last week. I don't know if you know SJ.
Mm-mm.
Okay. But there, and she plays with the song Suffragettes. She did a really good show. If you get a chance, you can go back and check out her video that's on my page from her last week.
Yeah, I will.
And then this coming week, I have Sarah Faith coming on.
Oh, I love her.
Yes.
She's actually she's playing guitar for me for the writers' rounds.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not bringing
please
my
tell
guitar
me,
out
Please
there.
tell me that's going to be on live stream.
What's that?
Please tell me that writers' round is going to be on live stream.
I can put it on live stream.
That would be awesome. I'm a big fan.
To get my 2 setup going on.
And then I got Hallie Kearns coming on also next week. And I still got to schedule Molly Lovett. She's been crazy busy lately. She's been like you.
So she also played with me at the Freedom Jam. I don't know if you saw
that. I did. I really wanted to go to that show, but it didn't work out for me to make it because it was just right down the road in St. Louis. So
yeah.
But
she said she was going to try to come out to one of our rounds too. So maybe we'll get like a photo of all three of us. Be like, hi.
I got Sarah and Molly right there.
Yes.
So I'll have to get with you after this so I can find out how I can get a signed 8x10 for the Wall of Fame too of you. And I like to promote everybody that's been on the show. And also I will be sending out a link that goes to a playlist on my channel where you can upload your own YouTube videos to it.
Oh, nice.
And if they listen to your stuff, they like it, and they click your link, it will take them straight to your page as well. So that's another way I help promote on there.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of interesting, very good female country singers that don't get the airplay that should get the airplay. And
yeah, it's so crazy too, because not to hate on any of guys, but I played the show the other day, and it was a really strong female lineup, which is cool. But then the dudes who were in the show got to basically play kind of last, closer to the headliner.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't very good. And I'm just like, just because you're a guy, you got to play last?
Yeah, and
the girls were so much better. Insane.
Yeah. Trust me, I know I get to hear a lot of you ladies. I mean, I follow a ton of you and listen to your all's music, and I'm like, well, why is this not being played on the radio? Why is this? I can go and pick 10 guys that are playing on the radio right now. Nothing against what they're playing, but your stuff's just better than theirs.
It's all marketing, and it's all what people want to hear.
Yeah, and a lot of them have contracts with recording studios and stuff like that to throw the money behind them, and they're like,
Yep.
okay, well, you get the money behind you. So that's why I kind of come in. I
Yep.
like, well, I'll just let everybody know who these people are on my stuff, and then that's where they get to hear your music. And you'll have people from all over the world listen to your stuff. So
yeah, I mean, it's marketing is everything. Like everyone's like, I don't understand why my song, I don't understand why I'm not getting this. It's like, well, because it costs money. It takes money to make money, and
absolutely,
the industry's so saturated nowadays that it's like, unless you have 10 grand to spend on a release, no one's hearing it.
Yeah.
And if they are, you're getting maybe 50, 100,000 streams, which is a couple $100.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I just out of curiosity, I looked up those streaming sites and what they pay the artist,
nothing.
and I was like, really? I mean, what is it, like 0.005 is like the average or something like that? Cent per stream.
It's like less. I think it's less than that. I think it's like 0.0007.
Okay, yeah. So it took something ridiculous. It took like something like 5,000 streams before you even actually seen any kind of.
So the breakdowns are like, it's very complicated, and I don't know how they can get by even doing this. But the analytics are like all on the distribution pages, and you literally can go on there and look at your analytics for like each quarter, because my manager sends me a breakdown because I'm always curious to see like where it's being played, who's watching it, like what stations or what like streaming sites are like streaming the most, like which one do we want to put our eggs into more like of a basket, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It literally depends on time of day, time of week, how long we listened to the song for, what platform it was on, and there's one more credential. It was nuts. And every single one of those had a different dollar sign amount.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of them was like Spotify, 234 views was like $2.34. And then another one was like YouTube had, I want to say like 150. I'm just making up numbers here. And because those times were so different, that one was like $7.50. But even though it was less streams, because it was a different platform and the time of day it was played.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that make sense? That's not, and that's what it was. It was free accounts versus subscribed accounts. So people freaking subscribe to these streaming platforms, please.
And also, whether you want to or not, if you're not subscribed to the platform, watch the ads. Even if you and walk away and do something, let the ads play, because if the ads run, they actually get credit for the ad. If you click through them, you don't get credit for the ad.
Right, I know.
I found that out. Someone actually was explaining that to me one day, and I was like, "Oh, I am so sorry because I've been clicking through those ads and I did not know."
I mean, it's easy to do. Honestly, I'm not going to sit there and watch a 4-minute ad.
Well, that's what I do. I'll just let the ad play. I'll go do something else, and then I'll come back and just let the ads play now, because now that I know how important to the people.
I wish I had time to do that, but I mean, it's it's like, what do you?
Yeah.
You can't win them all.
Well, normally what I do is I let the ads play, and then I'm over here doing my Twitter, or I'm on Instagram or Facebook, and that. And by the time I get done doing that, then I'm on to the video, and then I can video for a little bit, and then when that next ad comes up, I'm up to another streaming platform, and it gets pretty hectic. I know how bad it is for you guys. Are always busy. And
well, I just, the thing is too, it's like even these bigger artists, they don't make their money off of streaming. Like that's not where the money is made. They make their money off of tours.
Yeah.
And right now, no one's making money.
Exactly.
Like, I just don't know. It's something's got to give. Like something has to. I mean, we've been saying that for a year or 2 years now.
Well,
but it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, I think now after this year, people are going to go, okay, I can't make an income if I'm not touring, or I can't make an income if I'm not selling merch. So what do we do? How do we make this more lucrative with just people listening to music? Because radio's dying.
mhm.
Streaming is all we have. Internet play, Netflix, Amazon, that's the future. And if we don't have these bigger artists or even these smaller artists making money, people are going to stop making music, and then what's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. That would be horrible.
Or they're just going to like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what these labels are kind of a dying breed too. With these labels and maybe, I don't know, private investors, is that the future? You're just going to have really rich people be like, oh, I like your sound, come play at my mansion.
Yeah.
I mean, we have that now. Like, people are like, come to my house and play music. Like, that's,
Yeah,
it's weird, but
yeah, you got to eat.
Know.
You know, everybody's got to eat. You got to make money, and you got to do what you got to do. Playing private shows if that's what you got. And you being based out of California, where you guys have some of the more strict lockdown rules in the country, it's especially hard out there.
Don't get me started.
You pretty much have to go over to Arizona. You pretty much have to go over to Arizona or go to Nevada.
Well, that's why I'm in Florida right now. I mean, it's such a joke. Like, I haven't worked since March.
Yeah.
I don't.
We actually had a show last night. An Australian singer, Trissette, who's a traveling backup singer for John Fogerty.
Oh, wow.
And they're not even playing shows. It's freaking John Fogerty, and he's not even playing shows. So that ought to tell you something, like right there is. And so she's getting ready to go back home to Australia for a little bit because they've got it more under control there and not as widespread, and they're releasing some of the lockdown restrictions so she can play more shows and stuff there. Yeah. And so I completely understand how it's doing. Have you seen what Sarah's been doing? She's been doing the Zoom.
Yeah.
And those are actually pretty cool, especially how she does them, where she'll play a song and then she'll talk about the inspiration on how she wrote it and stuff like that. And it kind of gives you a concert feel, but it also gives you a little bit of an intimate feel with the artist. And those are pretty cool.
I did a bunch of live streams when this kind of all first started, and to be honest, I got really burnt out.
Yeah.
And for me, it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't, I didn't enjoy it. It was really kind of just.
Well, because to me, it would be like just singing in the shower.
Yeah, it is. It's like recording a YouTube video. And honestly, it takes me so many times to do that, to record a YouTube video, because I don't have the audience to feed off of. I don't have the energy, which is what I basically like. That is my live performance. That is how I get in the mood. That is how I get people, like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just.
You don't have to explain it, because
it's almost like more depressing to sing to a screen than it is to just not.
Yeah. Everybody that comes on the show, we end up having this conversation.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I miss live music so much, because I love to feel the energy from the band. I love to feel the energy from the crowd, and everybody feeding off of one another. And that's what makes the music that much better.
Yeah.
You get that intimate feeling, and you get to just feel everybody's energy all coming together. And it's great listening to you all over live streams, but it's just not the same. And that's why I kind of like the way Sarah does it, because she'll stop and she just doesn't play song after song after song. She'll sit there and then she'll take some comments and stuff like that and kind of go through her thought process and her feelings when she was writing the song. And it gives you a little bit of that intimate feel back that you would have live show.
So, and the crazy thing is too, it's like all preference. So like some people just like to hear music. Some people like to hear a little explanation. Some people don't. Some people get bored. Like the attention span, like it's such a.
It is, yeah. It's all based on the individual, and I mean, if I'm just sitting there just because and listen to the music, it's because I don't think the artist is very good, but I just listen to music. I don't ever put down. I mean, they don't have anything that really catches my attention. Uh, but like with your music, with Sarah's music, Molly, all the ladies, there's something there that catches my attention. So it makes me. I'm like, I want to be there at the show. I want to be in the room with them. I mean, it just that's how I feel about it, and
I appreciate that.
yeah, and that's why I was so upset about not being at Freedom Jam because you were there, Molly was there, Sarah was there.
Well, I'll live stream my writer's round.
Okay, definitely.
Probably on Instagram, and then
that's fine.
I also live stream on a another app, like a live streaming app. So I'm gonna live stream my fans on there too. So
okay. Oh, which one is that?
Have to bring 2 different phones. That one's called Meet Me.
Oh, Meet Me. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones out there. That's why I ask.
Yeah, that one's geared more toward like talent. So there's a lot of people on there that do like magic shows, singing. Some people dance. It's cool.
Yeah. I'll have to check that one out. I haven't actually been to that one yet.
It's an interesting.
But yeah, make sure you drop me a link on Instagram, and I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Sarah, I just bought a ticket to Sarah's show on the 29th that she's having on Zoom, and I'm gonna get another one to send to Trissette because Trissette was interested in how Sarah was doing the Zoom meetings.
Yeah, I think she's doing it through like a company or something, and then they give her like the ticket sales, or I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, and so I told her I talked to Sarah and get her the info because it really is it's different than like this right here because here me and you are on the screen, but on the Zoom everybody's on the screen and
right,
yeah, and it's good for the artist because if someone's being a jerk, you can mute them too on your end.
You can actually see people.
Yeah, you can actually see people and see their reactions. I mean, right. It's not the same as hearing the crowd singing your music or stuff like that, but you still get to see more of a reaction than you do on something just basically like this, or if you're just doing your own YouTube video.
Yeah, exactly. You can just read the comments and go, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah. And even doing this interview, I'm trying to. I got the comments on the side, but I also have them on my phone over here, and because the phone, for whatever reason, loads the comments faster, and it's kind of distracting because you got to watch over here to read the comments and keep focus on what you're doing. And much better if I could just have them kind of
right there,
so I didn't have to change or down below where I didn't have to change my focus.
Yeah.
So I don't like to make you guys think that I'm not listening to you or paying attention.
Oh, no, you're good.
So other than the new song, is that the only new song you got coming out here? Or
yeah, I do one at a time just because
okay.
Like I mentioned it's expensive to get in the studio.
Yeah.
My producer's not cheap.
But
he puts out good, high quality stuff. So you know, it's hard to go to someone else when I know what the product and the quality is going to be. And, you know, he's got a good name to use. So it doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, it definitely does not hurt to have a good name to have on there.
Yeah, but I'm hoping, you know, when I got to Nashville, the goal kind of, because I actually am planning on moving there next year.
Oh, okay.
Getting ready. I need to get out of California.
Don't blame me a bit. I don't blame you a bit.
Yeah, I've had enough. I've been there for like 8 years, and nope, I'm done. I did my acting thing, and I'm ready to leave.
If you were there for acting, I would see that, but sitting here talking to you, you don't seem like the typical California type of person to begin with.
No, and it's definitely a special breed.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you will fit in a lot better in Nashville.
Yeah, and I mean I've been out there a few times, and I can already just see that it's a better fit. The only thing I do worry about is that there isn't any other outlets. It's just music. Where I did, I could, if I got a little tired of music in LA, I can, call up my agent and be like, hey, I want to go out on some auditions.
Yeah, well, New York's really not that far away from Nashville. You know, not much of a New York person.
No, if anything, I would just fly back out to LA. I still have like some family out there and stuff, so I would just go back out, and if it was like a bigger audition, or if like it was a callback or something, I could do like a video audition. So
yeah,
I'll still keep my agent.
They do a lot of filming in Georgia these days too, which is
I've dabbled in the Southeast market, being from Florida, and it's not my cup of tea.
Okay, so whereabouts in Florida?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in the Navy, I spent 4 years in Jacksonville. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Know that naval base well.
Yeah. Well, I was at Mayport, and of course you had NAS Jacks there. So yeah,
Yep.
And Kings Bay is not that far away from there either. So the sub base.
Yeah. Hey, I don't mean to cut you short. I do actually have to head out.
I know you have another interview
at 1.
We appreciate your time very much. Anytime you want to come back on the show or you need anything, please DM me, and we'll get together again. Next time, I hope we get to do a little bit of longer interview, and that way you can play some of your music, or we can get some of your music played during the show. But it was really great talking to you, and have a great rest.
You too.
All right, thanks.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, so what did you guys think of Miss Erin? Anyone? Bueller. She is I wish we would have had more time today where we could have played some of her music, but yeah, you can all her links are pretty much Erin Cosgrove. It's ERIN Cosgrove, common spelling, and you can find her on Twitter and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and definitely go check out some of her music. She fits in kind of like SJ did, with a little bit different sound, but kind of the same type of music. So if you enjoyed what SJ was doing last week, then I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy what Erin was doing too. And we got a couple more coming up next week. Like I said, jam-packed week next week. A lot of people releasing music next week. Sunday evening, 8:30. We have Billy McMusic. He's another Florida based, does a lot of dance music. On Tuesday, we will have Sarah Faith music. She's right in there with Erin and SJ on the type of music. And